Very good morning to all. Today we will learn the remaining part of the parental care in Amphibia. In the last lecture, we learned about the parental care. As you know, it is a complex behavior shown by the parents to take care of their offspring. So, it is a well-known and well-developed in Amphibia, where extreme modifications in structure and behavior are observed. There are several plans for protection during the early stages of their development, and they fall under two categories, so out of which we already learned. First category, that is the protection by means of nest or protection by means of nurseries. So today we will learn second part or second category, that is direct nursing by the parents. So first of all, I am going to share the screen. Is it get shared? Oh, it's okay. So let us continue next part, that is the direct nursing by the parents. So in direct nursing mechanism, first of all, we will learn the coiling around the eggs. In some Sicilians like Ichthyophis and Hypogeophis, the female lays large eggs in a hole or in a moist soil or in a damp soil. She coils her body around the bunch of eggs and protect them from enemies, or it again protect from the desiccation also until these eggs are hatches out. Then the Congo eel. This is the Congo eel actually. This is the Congo eel. Scientific name of this Congo eel is the Amphima. So this Amphima and certain Sicilians like Ichthyophis and Hypogeophis, the female lays large eggs in burrows, and sometimes they lay their eggs in the damp soil and carefully guards them by coiling her body around them until they hatch. This is the second and a very interested example, and it has been found that this is the salamander. Actual name of this salamander, scientific name of this salamander is the plethrodon. It also coils around the eggs, which are laid in small packages in the hollow or in the rotten logs or beneath the rocks. And in some cases, it has been found that only males are taking care of their eggs. Female do not take care. The example is Megalobatrachus maximus. This Megalobatrachus maximus, it is the male who coils around the eggs, and by that way, that males are taking care of their eggs. Then in the direct nursing mechanism, in direct nursing parents, second and most important phenomenon is the transferring tadpoles into water. Here, some species of small frogs like phyllobates, arthroleptis, pilobates, dendrobates, and some other species are also there. These species, they are found in Africa, in South America also. These are the small frogs that deposit their eggs on the ground. The tadpoles hatch out. After hatching, the tadpoles, they fasten themselves to the back of one of the parents with their sucker-like mouth and transported to the water. This is the salamander actually, and here on the neck of this salamander, large number of young ones they adhere, they attached. Thereafter, this salamander carry these young ones to water. The third mechanism or third direct nursing method by the parent is the egg carried by the parents. In some amphibians, the eggs are glued to the body of one of the parent and carried from one place to another. And on hatching, the tadpoles are released in water. For example, in the dusky salamander, the name of this dusky salamander is the Desmognathus fuscus. This Desmognathus fuscus is having this peculiarity that the female carries eggs around her neck. So here this is the female, this is the head of that female, this is the eye of that female, and this is the trunk and tail. All the eggs they coil or they stick up around the neck, and thereafter that female carries eggs from one place to another place. One more example is that the Sri Lankan tree frog, particularly Rhocophorus, it also carries the eggs on its belly. And this is the midwife toad. This is the another example. Third and most important example, it is the Elytus. It is also called as midwife toad. Here, the entangles the eggs around its hind legs until they hatch. This is the midwife toad. It shows attachment of these eggs on the hind limbs, on the posterior part of the belly. Then fourth, that is the eggs carried on the back in pouches. You can see in this sketch, in this figure, in this photograph, the Hyla goldie is there, the scientific name of this Brazilian tree frog, Hyla goldie. Here, this female is having large pouch-like structure over the back. The posterior part of the back of the female serves as a open brood pouch, or it is also called as marsupium, in which it carries the eggs which develop into miniature frog before leaving the mother's back. Then one more example is here. It is the nototreme. The eggs are covered on the back of the female by skin, forming a single brood pouch opening, posteriorly by a small aperture in front of the cloaca. It has been shown in this figure. This is very small opening. And here, very important one more thing is that this pouch develops only during the breeding season. Then in this phenomenon, one more an interesting example is the Suriname toad. This is the Suriname toad. The scientific name of this Suriname toad is Pipa americana, or it is also called as Pipa pipa. This Pipa americana, it is an aquatic toad. The eggs are carried on the back of the mother. The skin of this animal, it is very much thick, soft, gelatinous and vascular. The fertilized eggs which are pressed on the back of female at the time of mating. Male pushes or male presses all the eggs over the back, so that all the eggs they adhere, they attached to the back of female. The skin grows around the eggs until Each is enclosed in dermal cells, which are finally covered by a lid, moist, and thereafter that most probably formed by secretion from the glands of the skin. There are about 100 eggs on its back, and after complete metamorphosis, the leads are open. Here you can see large number of leads which are present over the surface of skin. Thereafter complete maturity, after complete metamorphosis, that leads are broken down and young tadpoles are emerges out. This part I am trying to showing with maximum enlargement. Here you can see these are the leads. After breaking this lead, this tadpole, another this one tadpole, it try to emerge out from the back of the young one, back of the parent. Then here, these are some other examples which are showing carry of eggs on the back, and they are transported from one place to another place. Then fifth mechanism or fifth that phenomenon has been reported, and it is called as organs as a brood pouch. One of the most remarkable mode of nursing has been observed in the small frog, and this frog is called as Darwinian frog, or it is scientific name of this frog is the Rhinoderma darwini. You can see this Rhinoderma darwini, or it is also called as Darwin's frog. It exhibits a unique form of parental care. After mating male female, here female lays several large eggs on the moist ground. The male will then remain near the eggs until they are nearly ready to hatch. So before hatching the eggs, muscle contraction in the young larvae stimulates the father to swallow the eggs. The eggs are slid into the hucal sacs, where they will remain for about 2 months until they metamorphose and are expelled through the father's mouth as a complete little frog. You can see here, these are the tadpoles. They are present in the hucal sacs. After complete metamorphosis, here that animal is throwing or removing that young tadpoles, or sorry, young juvenile frogs from its mouth. Then next point, that is the organs of brood pouch. In that also we will learn different examples, but first of all we will learn this southern gastric brooding frog. One of the most remarkable mode of nursing has been observed in a small frog, and the name of this frog is the Rheobatrachus coelus. The scientific name has been given here, Rheobatrachus coelus. And this Rheobatrachus coelus, actually it is the Australian frog. The female keeps the eggs in her stomach directly, and the fully developed froglets are expelled through the mouth. This is the another female. After complete metamorphosis, this young froglet, it releases from mouth, expel out from the mouth. And last and most important mechanism which is reported as a viviparity in most of the amphibians. Some amphibians are viviparous one. That means they are responsible for giving birth to young ones. The female retains the eggs in the oviduct and produce fully developed young ones of small size. Some common examples are East African toad. Name of that East African toad is the Pseudophreni vivipara and Nyctophryne torneri. Then another salamander is also there, means salamandra, which give birth to about 10 to 50 such young ones at a time. One more salamander like another species is there. It is black colored one. Name of this species is the Salamandra atra. It also produces one or two young ones. And in Gymnophiana, means in Apoda order also, many viviparous species have been reported by several workers. So by this way, we studied the parental care in amphibia, and in that we learned how the direct nursing by the parents has been done. By that way, uh, we completed here parental care in amphibia. So rest of the details we will learn in the next lecture. If you have any doubt, if you have any problem, you may ask me without keeping any interference in your mind. You are most welcome if you have any problem. It's okay.